Oh, break a 1-9, break a 1-9. This here's the gear jamming deer. Whitetail has got your front door. Come on. With an announcement. I kind of lost my train of thought there. For you, stop rolling your eyes. I guess I got kicked. I said a while ago that I had an announcement. You probably noticed there was a bit of a gap in videos for like a month. What was going on is I was at a truck driving school. I got hired by Swift. I was at their truck driving academy in Richmond, Virginia. And I graduated... What month was last month? May? Yeah, graduated the middle of May-ish. And I've just been waiting for the word that I'm going and getting on a truck. So I finally got that word. I'm leaving in 2 days. So I'm not really going to be around to make videos for a little while until I can get my laptop. I'm probably still going to record some stuff on my phone, but I'm gonna kind of be limited to what I can do until I'm in my own truck. For the next month or so, I'm going to be riding with a mentor. So, to fill the void and to get his own YouTube career started, I'm going to temporarily pass my channel over to my brother, who is going by the username of Prismadova. So, this video is going to mark the beginning of a new series called The Dova's Den, which is going to be featuring my brother playing various games whenever he feels like recording. Just getting the feel for YouTube and how he wants to edit videos and all that sort of stuff. So we figured he felt like he wanted to try ATS. He wanted to try driving the truck and try making his own truck and stuff like that, so that's what this video is going to entail. But I also figured it would be a good transferring point. So I got Scott to tell him a little bit about the game, and then I'll be transferring it over to him. So what was I talking about earlier?
Shifting, I think?
Was I talking about shifting?
Yeah, I think you're talking about what the switch is doing.
Right, okay. So if we turn your visor back on. So this tells you what gear you're in. Put your foot on the clutch. So take your foot off the clutch, actually. You see with your foot off the clutch, it's not going into gear. When you're rolling, you can float gears, which means you're in gear, take your foot off the accelerator, go to the next gear. You gotta wait till the engine synchronizes with the transmission. You'll hear it grinding. When it stops grinding, you're in gear. You'll also see it on the counter. I have my counter turned off, if you'll remember. And I can show you how to do that later on if you decide you like this game and want to give yourself more of a challenge in the future. I can tell you how to turn that off. It'll just be a copy and paste. Anyway, so the gears, it's the same pattern as the car you were driving in the long drive. Because that's just how I have it set up. Put your foot on the clutch again. So this is an 18 speed, so this... As far as shifting goes, because you're going to be driving various different trucks, I imagine, it all boils down to what the transmission can be divided to, the lowest denominator, kind of like a fraction. A 13-speed and an 18-speed are both 9 speeds, okay? A 10-speed and a 15-speed are both 5 speeds. It's just how many splits you have. So, a 13-speed is a 9-speed with low and high range, and you can split the high gears. An 18-speed is a 9-speed with low and high range, and you can split all the gears. That's why you have double the gears, is what the transmission is. So you have 1, 2, 3, pay attention. Watch down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. High range, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's for a 13 and an 18. And then you split the gears with this. So in a 13, you can only split the high gears. In an 18, like what this truck has, you can split the low gears and the high gears. Right? You're driving a 5-speed, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then when it's a 10-speed, you have low and high range. If it's a super 10-speed, you split them. This game doesn't model super 10 speeds. You only have a regular 10 speed. A 15 speed is also a 5 speed. You just have 3 ranges. You have deep reduction, low, and high. I model that differently on this, but the game doesn't have a 15 speed in it unless you mod one in, so you don't have to worry about that. All this game has is a 10, a 13, and an 18. This truck has an 18, so where would first gear be? Technically right. The thing is, with driving a 9-speed, this is low. So technically, a 13-speed only has 12 gears and low range. An 18 speed only has 16 gears and low range that you can split. So you only ever start in low if you have a really heavy load and you're on a hill. This is first gear. Okay? And then you just walk through the H. Then switch ranges, walk through the H. Got it? Alright. Let's see what you can do.
First question.
What's that?
How do you change camera?
Change camera?
Yeah.
Oh, the cameras. So, I'm going to switch you to my control scheme after you do this load.
Alright.
And this button will change cameras. Oh, it actually does. Okay, so this is set to this being the first camera. I have it so that that's next camera.
Yeah.
I wonder if this did give you my control scheme. Hold on.
Well, this is a centered first off. There we go.
Start the truck. Try the key. Oh, it did give you my control scheme. Okay, so I have it set with a push button start. So you turn the key to turn the electricity on.
Alright.
What you got?
Yeah.
You just turn it and let go. Turn and let go. It's touchy, so if you hold it for too long, basically the way it works is when you turn the key, it flips a button. If you turn it all the way, it flips and then unflips.
Yeah.
So if you turn it and hold it, then when you let go, it flips that button again. Alright, so now press the button under the key. See, so it's a push start system.
Yeah.
So yeah, it did give you my control scheme. So this is the parking brake.
Alright.
X. B is the cruise control.
Alright.
Y and A are the Jake brake up and down. The Jake brake has 3 modes.
Okay.
So this second switch, the one closest to the key,
Yeah.
that's the Jake brake. Up is the Jake brake on. That one sticks, so you'll have to listen for the Jake brake. But then once the Jake brake's on, you use Y to change the mode up and A to change the mode down.
Okay.
So this button will always take you to the interior camera. This button will cycle through the cameras.
Okay.
This is your right turn signal, left turn signal. You got headlights and high beams.
Alright.
You got wipers up, so that goes up through the speeds.
Yeah.
Wipers down. This is your trailer brake,
Okay.
and this button doesn't do anything. Well, I'm hoping that they're going to do the same thing with the headlights that they did with the wipers. Originally, the wipers would just cycle through, like the headlights do. So this is parking light, headlight, and then high beams does this.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that they're going to change it so that you go up with one button and down with the other, and then I'm going to have this be the high beam button.
Yeah.
Oh, it does do something. It changes the map.
You lied.
Well, on some profiles, I have it so that this changes the map, and other profiles, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Alright, so that should be all the buttons that you really need to know.
Alright. So.
Oh, say hello to your viewing public.
Hello,
That's
viewing
people who watch
public.
this video.
And to other people who watch this video.
No, I said the 2 people who watch this video.
Could be 1.5.
It could be, I guess.
So. I'm very nervous.
Why are you nervous?
Because I've never done this before.
Yes, you have.
Yeah,
did it
when you're
once.
involved.
I'm involved.
Yeah, I did it once. That's.
You on the clutch? And now you start your truck. Alright. Now you should be good to go.
Install my truck again?
Huh?
Install my truck again?
Yeah, probably. But now, when you install it, you just have to press that button under the key again, because the electricity won't automatically turn itself off.
So, this is a. With, the long drive, I sort of cheese it.
Whoa,
That's
what, you
good.
just rode the starter?
Yeah. How do you do it?
Okay,
Yeah.
push the clutch in. Put the truck in gear. Slowly come off the clutch until you see that RPM needle dip. Alright, now put your foot on the gas. Now come off the clutch switch. What you were doing is called dumping the clutch, and when you have a heavy vehicle, it usually stalls. When you have a light vehicle, it spins the tires. You're coming off the clutch. I actually find it easier to float than the granny shift.
This is weird.
Act like you've never done this before.
I haven't really.
And if the clutch isn't engaging where you want it to, then you can go in and move the sliders around.
I wasn't even looking that way. Thought it'd go that way.
Yeah, you hit the accelerator for it.
So this is when I hit a switch, right?
Yeah.
It's this one?
Yep. Go back to position 2. Look at you shifting the truck.
Don't patronize me.
That was a lot of brakes. I need to turn your braking distance down a bit.
Yeah.
That's one of those things where I don't remember where my slider is set. I just set it and like where it was and never messed with it again. You know?
Yeah.
Your foot's on the clutch when you shut the truck. Came off quick.
These pedals aren't really like the Mercedes pedals, you see.
You don't have a clutch in the Mercedes.
I know, I'm very glad.
And you can rev up the engine a little bit to help you not stall, by the way. You don't have to keep your foot off the accelerator until the clutch grabs.
So you can like start it in second, right?
Okay. That's just gonna make it harder to find where the clutch grabs. Keep in mind that you also have a really light load. Maybe this will just get a whole bunch. Like I said, you'll be editing it, so you can choose what stays in and what comes out. You could have the beginning of the video could be you installing the truck compilation, and then you play the intro. You can use my intro until you figure out the interesting to see what come up.
Man, do you think I'm gonna remember your intro?
No, I mean the video intro. The honky tonk put on the
Screw your lights.
And I'll show you how the video editing software works after this too. Before we go to bed. Nice read.
Change the gears quicker in the one drive.
Well, that's because you're using the clutch. Put off the accelerator. Rub the engine on. Drop it. You lost the gear. Clutch it. You make sure your foot is fully off the accelerator before you take the truck out of gear or won't go into thing. And that is actually not true to life. In real life, you actually gotta set the throttle a little bit to get it to come out. first started driving the DA shifter, it took me a second to learn it too. And if Dad has been driving trucks for over 30 years, he even tried to use this, he probably still won't want to. This doesn't feel like a one punch. They give you a long run for the first one. Usually it's same within the same town. So the engine is RPM limited to 2100 RPM.
Alright.
So usually I shift around 19. And then that'll knock it down to about 15. That's one of those things that you just want to remember. It occurs to me that the two trucks you driven were all levels.
Sounds like long noses. The first one was, you know, against my will. But very slowly capturing Caddy.
Can you tell the ladies and gentlemen what the first truck you drove was?
I don't remember what the first truck I drove was.
It's a Freightliner FLD 120.
Apparently the first truck I drove was a Freightliner FLD 120, whatever that is. I don't know, I'm a gun guy, I shoot guns.
Yeah, it was pretty neat blue with a white stripe in it.
It was relatively ugly, the sleeper is too short.
I don't know if the mic's picking up or not.
Hope it is. Oh yeah, I can bypass the race station. Like I was gonna stop it anyway.
Like, no, it's like I know how to stop at it anyway. You might have to subtitle it.
My eyes being aggravating.
Yeah, it's annoying, isn't it?
It's a lot easier to keep Camille in the lane.
How?
I don't
This thing
know.
literally does not pull. It is physically impossible for it to pull.
I think I'll leave that up.
Of course. That's a lot louder.
Oh god, why do I have tears in my eyes? It's not.
Because you're embarrassed. You're probably having a deep panic attack.
Oh yeah, I have those a lot.
Yeah.
I really want to speed right now.
You are speeding.
Ow.
You're in California now. You got doing 56. You get the big ticket.
Oh, the speed limit dropped down.
Yeah, you're in California now.
Well, if I'm always speeding.
When I was talking to my mentor earlier, he was like, I run all 48, but I only do California when I want to.
So, the next gear, I have to flip this, right?
Yep.
No.
Where are you going? You're already in. You were in 17th gear.
Oh.
Hit the clutch. Now you're in 18th gear. That just splits you. So you were in 9th gear. You were in 9th low. So you need to split to 9 high. Make it like a 9 speed. And once again, it says on the counter 8 low and 8 high because over here isn't first gear, it's low range.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So the way that counts it, it's a 16 plus 2 is what it's technically called. It's a 16 speed with 2 low range gears.
You think anybody's ever flipped on their first load before? I mean, you do have Cameron.
Yeah. I look forward to running with you once I
likes or probably accepts me.
I meant to ask, have you got me follow up again?
No.
It's hard to get that system. I think you're mad, right?
Yeah.
Maybe. That's reverse. Also, you saw your truck.
No, I didn't.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Did I?
No, you didn't. The tack dropped to 0 at one point, though. That's weird.
It's still.
Oh, no, you did stop. What did we learn? Good range shift. Watch your map, right?
I suck at big junctions like this, alright? Like, that is actually something I suck at.
Yeah, and the GPS isn't the greatest until here. Yeah, it's funny. Back when I had that mic, you used to be able to hear it when my friends and I were racing.
Yeah.
You hear me shifting via the accelerator.
Huh.
You hear don't.
Hey, I've gone past Truckee, going through Sacramento.
I told you, they gave you a long load for your first trip. It's a good welcome to the channel.
Yeah.
Or welcome back to the channel. People are selling my videos way.
I made fun of your top kick, and that's my most recent appearance.
Well, that wasn't really. You weren't in the video. You were just in the room.
Yeah, making fun of your top kick.
But no, there were some videos that we actually did together. We did some car mechanic simulator.
Yep.
And
I did
Indiana Jones.
Cards of Humanity too. Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah, you've been in the car mechanic simulator.
Oh, I actually finally see the flag.
Were you in the Scriblio one too?
I don't think so.
No, that was a different session. Because we went to play cards after Scriblio. That's where I was with car
I'm good at this.
Be excited to watch him improve through
Yeah.
the YouTube videos. Yeah, there's really no point in taking your hand off the gears if you're at 10.
Thing is, I push in the clutch to brake.
Well, that's a good way when you first start learning. If you're slowing down, just push the clutch. The other is on the run.
Where am I parking?
The other side of the Jersey. Go all the way around it. Cut it hard left at the end of that fence. See it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's just a short trailer because you just barely made that turn. It should ding at you when you're in. But also, if you watch the mirror, the spot will go green. I don't know why it's so hard to see. Okay, you can see the edge of it now. Do you see the corner of the spot?
Yeah.
That'll go green when you're in. You know, usually.
That must have been too crooked.
That might have been the top corner of the spot. You might have already been back out.
I didn't hear a ding.
It's actually usually easier to get them to reverse the first. I don't think I've ever seen you back a trailer before.
I can't even see where I'm supposed to be going. Oh, there it is. Alright, let's try this again.
I'm actually really excited to see how you improve if you decide you like this game. Keep in mind, the mirrors in this game are not very good. I usually back up the third person just so I can't stand the mirrors.
No, I got this. I got this.
I gotta say, you do put a pretty good handle on what you need to do with the truck to get the trailer to go where you want it. You just straight back better than some of my class at the academy.
Yeah, I also was the third person.
Oh, here we go! I should mention that we have a mod in that increases the amount of levels you get for a job.
His head is on my head. It's very uncomfortable. God, look at it go.
It's going fast!
It's having a seizure.
You make sure you remember to go turn that mod off.
Yeah. Just gonna. Is letting that no. Yeah, it would have taken a while.
Yeah. It was fun to watch though.
Yeah.
You're now higher than any of my profiles have ever been level-wise.
Yeah. All just because I parked so well.
I think my highest legit level was somewhere over 100. Like 116 or something like that.
Wow, look at my garage.
You can hit escape if you want to skip this. Alright.
So, should I probably buy the truck before I turn off the mod, because I think that's part of it. Being able to buy a truck online. Or something.
Well, you don't have to buy a truck online, though. You can just go to the dealer.
Where is
You click on the email.
email?
Okay. So you're going to have to do one more job, because eventually you'll get a...
Email from Pete.
Yeah, you'll get an email from Peterbilt telling you where the dealer is.
Alright, so...
Alright, so I think that makes a pretty good first video.
Yeah.
So if you want to go ahead and sign off somehow. Cool.
Oh, there's the W. Oh, because, yeah. That's control.
Oh, that's an I. Wowie.
Wowie, yeah.
Thought it was an L. Wobble. Wow. It's like Yoshi.
So, control R.
Well, you didn't sign off yet.
Oh, yeah. Well, this has been the Dover's Den, but I don't know. I haven't made myself a sign off yet, so see you later, folks. I'm going back to my den. I'll come up with
But we're
something.
in. It's like, get out of my den.
Yeah, get out of my den. I'll come up with something better later. Now is a control R?
No, it's Alt R.
Alt R.